are going to see Maths Standard 8 second lesson, that is parallel lines and transversal. So in this, now as you know, what are parallel lines? The lines in the same planes which do not intersect each other are called parallel lines. Now the lines which do not intersect each other, as you can see over here, these lines, they are not intersecting each other, they are parallel. Such lines are known as parallel lines. As if you can see the railway tracks, they are parallel to each other. So these are parallel lines. Now we can say over here that line L is parallel to line M, and you can indicate like this. This is the parallel sign. Line L is parallel to line M. Now, what is a transversal? If a line intersects given two lines in two distinct points, then the line is called a transversal of those two lines. Now, if I am drawing from here and it is intersecting both the parallel lines at points M and N, then this line is known as a transversal. For example, we will name it as P. So P is the transversal. So remember, the lines in the plane which do not intersect each other. Now intersecting lines are like this. See, they are intersecting at this point. So these two lines, that is L and M, they are parallel lines because they do not intersect each other. While the line P, it is a transversal which is intersecting the two parallel lines at 2 points M and N. Now you can draw one more transversal over here. You can name it as Q. This is also a transversal. So transversal is the line which intersects the two parallel lines in 2 points. Now further we will see what happens when the transversal intersects the two parallel lines. Now, if suppose I draw transversal over here. Now let this be Q. Let this be N. This is R. This is N. P. This point is S. And this point is A. Now as you see here, you can see PQ is one line, RS is the another line, and these two lines are parallel to each other, and AT is the transversal. Now when a transversal intersects two parallel lines, that time they form 8 angles. See on page 7, due to the transversal there are two distinct points of intersection, namely M and N. See, M, N. At each of these points 4 angles are formed. Hence there are 8 angles in all. So if you can see over here, see here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here there are 4 angles formed, and here 1, 2, 3, 4. So here 4, downside 4. So total of 8 angles are formed by a transversal and 2 parallel lines. Now the first angle over here, we will see, is corresponding angle. It's a pair of angle. Now, see here. These are corresponding angles A, M, Q and N, N, S. Now if you can see this angle, the arms, they are in the same direction and it is on the same side. These other arms are on the same side of the transversal. Or you can understand simply by knowing the steps that we have to walk. Like if you are stepping on this line, so next you will step over here. So these two will be corresponding. Similarly, if M you are considering, then if you are stepping on this, so next you will step here. So Q, M, N is a corresponding angle of S, N, T. I hope you are understanding. Now you can get same way this way also. So this will be corresponding of this angle and downside will be corresponding of this angle. So here the corresponding angle is AMP and here it will be MNR. And if you go downside, then you will have MMP and here you will have TNR. So remember the corresponding angles, they are like staircase. If you step on this, the next you will step on here. So these are corresponding angles. Now next we will see interior angles. Now see, a pair of angles which are on the same side of the transversal and inside the given lines. Now see here, corresponding, now inside, these which are the angles inside. See, this is the transversal, these two are parallel lines. Inside angles are here, this M and here N. So these are interior angles because they are lying inside the line. So here you will have two interior angles and here you will have inside two interior angles. So for interior angles, they are on the same side of the transversal, same side, only on this side. It is not, one is not this on this side and other is not on this side. That is alternate angle. So it is on the same side and inside the line. So those are known as interior angles. Now third we have alternate angles. Now see, the alternate angles, they are on the opposite sides of the transversal. And the easy step to know them is they form the corners of the alphabet Z. Now see, if this is the Z, this is one corner and this is the second corner. If you are considering on this side, this is the reverse Z which it is forming and this will be the Z corners of the Z. So these are alternate angles. Now in alternate angles also there are interior alternate and exterior alternate. Now let me show you again. Now see, when it is forming a Z over here, this corner and this corner is the interior alternate angle and the other angle is exterior alternate, just outside. So this pair, and which is the outside angle for this? Here. So now the outside of that Z, those are known as exterior angles. Now if you consider over here, you will get this angle and this angle as interior angle, and just top of that that will be the exterior angle. Now see, if I name it as A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H. Now see here. Now if we want to see the corresponding angles, see the steps. If this is the one step, this will be the second step. So A and E are corresponding angles. So corresponding angles will be angle A and angle E. On this side it will be D and H. So angle D and angle H. Now if you see from the upper side, it will be B and F. So here it will be angle B and angle F. From this side if you see, it will be C and G. So angle C and angle G. These are corresponding angles. Now, what you have more? Interior angles. See, B and D, they are inside interior angles. C and H inside interior angles. Now alternate angles, corners of a Z, C and E, interior alternate. B and H, interior alternate. Now if you are doing like this, then D and F, they are exterior alternate. Here, if you are going like this, now this way, it will. Now if you are going like this way, then it will be A and G, which are the exterior alternate. If you are going like this, it will be D and F, the exterior alternate angles. One more angle which is there is vertically opposite angles. See, vertically opposite angles will be facing like this. Opposite. So here we have A and C vertically opposite angle, D and B vertically opposite angle, H and F vertically opposite angle, G and D vertically opposite angles. Now, so you must have understood. So in your book vertically opposite angle is not there, but you remember that. So here we have corresponding angles like the staircases. Remember that for interior angles it is inside the lines. For alternate angles they form the corner of the Z. For interior alternate. For exterior alternate you can take just the upper side of the corners. So now we will take practice set 2.1. Now see the first in practice set 2.1. Now if you see the structure over there, this is P, Q, R and here it is S. Here you have W, X, Y and Z. Now see, in the adjoining figure each angle is shown by a letter. Fill in the blanks with the help of figures. Now first one they have given corresponding angles. Now here first they have given angle P and dash. So what is the corresponding angle for angle P? Corresponding angle for angle P will be W. See the staircase it is forming. So here it will become angle W. So what is the corresponding of angle Q, angle R and angle S? So here you will find for Q the step is X. So here you will get angle X. For R this step you will have this one. So you will have angle Y. For S this, then outer step will be here. So here you will have angle Z. So these are the corresponding angles. Now we will see interior alternate angles. Now for alternate angles, if you see angle S and dash, angle W and dash. Now see here angle S. Now you want alternate angle over here for angle interior alternate. So this is forming a Z over here. So for S it will be X. For W. So W, it is like this. So these two corners, for W it will be angle R. So angle R is the alternate angle of W. Then now see the second figure, that is, observe the angles shown in the figure and write the pair of angles. Now see, take the second one. Here it is A, B, C and D, E, F, G and H. So these are the angles formed. Now you have to write the pair. Write the following pair of angles. So here interior alternate angles. So first one is interior alternate angles. So which are the interior alternate angles over here? If you see, these two are parallel lines, this is the transversal. So interior alternate angles. If you see over here, alternate angles, you have to see the Z how they are following. So here you will have angle E, angle C, angle E and angle C. Now if you see the reverse way, from here if you see, these two are the corners, so it will be B and H. So these are interior alternate angles. Then we have corresponding angles. Now for corresponding angles, what you will have, now see I told you as the steps. So if it is C, here it will come G. So angle C and angle G. And here it will be B and F. Angle B and angle F. If from this side you see, it will be H and D. Angle H and angle D. From this upper side if you see, it will be E and A. So angle E and angle A. Now we have interior angles. Now for interior angles, it is easy which are inside. Now see which angles are inside. These two are transversal, sorry, these two are parallel lines and this is the transversal. So inside angles are B and angle E. So it will become angle B and angle E. This side it is angle C and angle H. So I hope you have understood how you can find the corresponding angles, interior alternate angles and interior angles with the help of parallel lines and its transversals. Now the remaining we'll see in the next session. Thank you.